Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you for joining. So, vision without motion is imagination, and of course, vision with the right vehicle changes the world. Welcome back to Empowerment Network, dear family. I just want to ask you this question: have you had a dream that felt bigger than your environment, or a vision that even lit a fire in you, but you didn't know where to begin? You're not alone, guys. This happens to like everybody. But here's the truth: it's not enough to have a dream, right? You need a vehicle, a structure, a movement, a tool that turns that vision into results, right? Uh, there's one man who actually embodies this powerfully. And who else if not Mr. Mufareh? So Ash is that guy who saw a future no one else could see. And and he spent years quietly building a vehicle to carry that vision. So before we go ahead to unpack how to move from vision to vehicle and why this is the season to align your faith, your focus, and your future, stay with us. And of course, I would like to finally say welcome, my dear brother and best friend Collins. Thank you for joining again.
Oh, thank you, Sakon, for inviting me. Today is Friday, the 4th of July, 2025, and we just want to wish all those in America happy Independence Day. Isn't it?
Indeed,
Yeah.
yes.
So if you
Uh-huh.
look at it, it was really a day where those who are visionary, because we talk about vision,
Yes.
visionary fought for the country, and gave them the life that they are having today. People share their blood and their vision to say they want to make that country one of the best in the world, a country
Mm-hmm.
that everyone admires, and we just want to wish them all the best. So they should enjoy and celebrate their founding fathers who were all visionary and know that they can make life better for the people who are living there. So, sis, I just
Indeed.
want to thank you for inviting me.
Indeed, I'm so proud of you. Yeah, I think we need to talk a bit more about the independence, the freedom that they got in relation to what we are doing today, right? So, guys, we just invite everybody to join us in the chat. Drop what you think about this whole topic. From vision to vehicle, and given that dreaming alone is nothing, it's just a wishful thinking until you give it a vehicle that will drive it to its destination, being serving people in one way or the other. So, Brother Collins, if you agree with me, I would rightly say, that maybe what can we start by just saying what a vision is? Vision is just seeing what others cannot see, right? And
Yeah.
maybe believing so that it changes how you live. This already paints a kind of picture of Mr. Ash Mufareh. So vision is your spiritual blueprint. It's spiritual because where does vision happen? In your mind. You cannot touch it, but you feel it. It's right in there. It's chopping you on. You can't sleep. You can't, how Ash has been sharing his story, how long he's been incubating his vision for until he finally birthed it in 2018. So vision is that true picture that God plants in your spirit that, it pulls you toward purpose. Even the Bible says, if you read the Bible, I'm not trying to preach, but I say what we believe. Like the book of Proverbs, you can see that it will say, where there is no vision, the people perish. If you live with that vision, you perish because you have no purpose. You're just sitting there for whatever happens, then you're happy with it. So Ash had a vision not just for success but for impact, because what he dreamed of a system that would equalize opportunity. We already know this because we know that the system that Ash is building for us, it doesn't matter that things have changed, but what he has in mind for us has not changed, and so it remains the same, that the opportunity has been equalized and it's going to cover any and everybody from any part of the world. His vision removes barriers, and then he empowers ordinary people to win. Ordinary people, I don't know about you, but I'm that ordinary person that, if not because of Mr. Mufareh, I would not sit here talking about such a thing, being happy to finally give a vehicle to my own vision because Ash has done so for me. So, Brother Collins, it's something that one can go on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
I will finally let you say something. Just go, bro.
Oh, Mr. Comfort, you just ignite the fire in me when you define vision. You know, and you explain it so well. It's just like someone finding a solution for something that no one have dared to even try to tackle. That's Mr. Ash Mufareh. So you are finding solution to problems no one have ever think about it. you know and for you to be that type of person, like they were talking about vision. You're talking about visionaries or vision. you know a vision can also lead to something good when it is rooted in purpose. And it is fueled by persistence. So it is rooted in purpose and fueled by persistence. you know and focus on the greater good. So though you are persistent, but what is your focus? Is to the greater good of everybody. So, and when you look at it again, you are talking about a man's vision. When a man's vision is clear, you know and it is direct, not just for himself. You are doing it not just for yourself, but you are doing it for the greater good of others. People follow, people believe in it, and they follow you because they know what you are doing is clear and direct, and you are not doing it for your own self. You are doing it for others. This is Mr. Ash Mufareh. He is doing it for everybody. For instance, if you look at, we're talking about the freedom, American independence. Martin Luther King, example of this man. He will look about, the equality right, in America. Say everyone is equal in the eyes of God. That equality is something that have really changed the world. You can be whatever you want to be, but when you start to look at yourself as being equal to that cleaner who is standing there, I can be a president, but I see myself as equal to the cleaner, because yourself without that cleaner, the street will be dirty. If there is just imagine if there is no cleaner, your street will be dirty. What if there is no mechanic who can go and fix that car? Nobody will drive a good car. So everybody needs everybody, and that is what we talk about equality. It doesn't matter if there was no doctor. They'll not, the hospital will be empty. People will die. So someone must be something. God make us different in our mental state to do something, to live something, But again, we are all equal because we need each other for us to survive. And that is the beauty about we're looking about it. So when you look at vision, a visionary is someone who can create something for the greater good of others. Doesn't matter who you are, but you are doing something. And when you have that dream, you are a visionary. People follows you because they know people who believe in that vision, they follow you. It's Ash Mufareh. How many million people are behind this company? We are talking about hundreds of thousands, millions. People who believe in the vision because he was clear and direct of where he is going, what he wants to achieve. So sis, maybe we can talk about this more.
Exactly. I know. There's a comment I highlighted here earlier on, which this person is talking, because I know some of us will live in the diaspora. Obviously, we came from home, live here, and stuff like that. So this comment, I don't know, I've lost it, but then let's just talk about it, because people who live from home and travel far away to study, those are visionaries. They have something in mind. They have that picture. They have that big dream they want to deliver to their communities. But what happens? Because you don't have the means and all of those things, you have to migrate to other countries, to other parts of the world. It's not a bad thing, though. You could still live at home and be an expert and travel the world. That's my dream. And I'm talking about it aloud and in public now, because I know that some point Mr. Mufareh will make it happen for me, right? Those are visionaries. They want to do something. But then this comment said, you don't need to travel in order to make it. You can still be at home and make it happen. It's not like you really want to. Who doesn't want home? There's a songwriter who says there's no place like home. Even when you go northwest, south, east, and south, you always come back home, right?
Mhm.
So when Ash gives you this kind of opportunity, you stay back home, study whatever you want to study, right? People now live here. I live here in England. I can employ somebody who lives in Asia, somebody who lives in Africa, somebody who lives in any part of the world, and they work for me. Or somebody can employ me from while I live here in England and work to them in any part of the world without having to move. But then I can travel for tourism to see the world and enjoy the nature of God and get educated and all of those things like that, you know. So when you see Mr. Mufareh's vision, you see that it's a massive one. That's why we attempted to think that he saw things that people could not see, or people actually neglected, you know, because people should have seen long before Ash came that, listen, it would make this thing most affordable and then most simple, in the simplest way and most accessible way. It will serve the whole world. People will not have to leave their parents, leave their families to go far and wide to do these things that they can just stay at home and do it. People have been doing stuff, but Ash does it a bit different. That's why his vision speaks even louder and is most appealing to 1 million and something of us who are following him every day. So this is going to go really a long way. So Ash, his vision has been there. Already he's made the vehicle, even though he's not launched to the market yet. But then the vehicle, you can see that it's already moving, because you and myself will be speaking here for how many years today because of what Ash is doing. And immediately, gradually, one step after the other, we're heading to that place where, boom, we'll get out there and everybody pops into this vehicle, and here we go, we ride it together thanks to Mr. Mufareh. Bro, take it.
Yeah. No, Comfort, you just, you nail something, and you touch something about, why vision is not enough. You talk about why vision is not enough. So I look at vision again, and I've been thinking about this. When you think about compelling vision, a compelling vision draws people in, and when someone believes deeply in their vision, what happens? It becomes contagious. When you believe deeply in the vision, it becomes contagious. So people are just like, come straight to you, because you say, wow, this man, there is no way you can stop. The wave is just coming to you because your vision is contagious. Everybody want to tap into that vision, and when you make that statement, vision without action is dream. It's just a dream. You are just dreaming, but you're not taking any action. But when you pair everything, relentlessly, and you are resilient to what you are doing, it turns that vision into result. When you are relentless and you are resilient in your vision, it turns it to result. And you are looking at vision, you ask yourself, but what is really happening? This is typical Mr. Ash Mufareh. He is relentless. He doesn't back down. He is just like in there. He is resilient. He is focused on what he is doing. And you look at it, you say, wow, this man is not back down, because to him, failure is not an option. A man with vision does not back down when he fails the first time. That's Mr. Ash Mufareh. A man does not back down. A man with vision does not back down when he fails the first time. But what happened? He adapt. That's the truth. It comes with adaptation. You make mistake, you adapt. In everything in life, even in software development, they adapt, they fix, they move on. They learn. You adapt, you learn, and you move forward. For everything you do, mistake comes, you adapt, you learn, and you move forward. Example, we are giving it. Thomas Edison, how many times does it fail? He failed almost, they said, 1,000 times just to create a workable solution, a bulb, which we are using today. Just imagine if he would have given up and said, you know what, I'm done with it today. I failed and I'm not doing it again. All of us will be in darkness. There wouldn't have been any fluorescent bulb. That was fluorescent bulb, the bombardment of atom, electron, positive and negative. That's what happened. And he created the first light bulb we are still using today, the fluorescent bulb. And now we can talk about different bulbs now that have been created. But that was his idea. He failed 1,000 times to create light bulb. And he said, I didn't fail 1,000 times. I just found 10,000 ways to make it work. That's what Thomas Edison said. I didn't fail. I found 10,000 ways or 1,000 ways to make it work, to show those who are visionary doesn't back down. They fail one time, they adapt, they adjust things, and they move on. And that is the impact. And if visionaries, Sister Comfort, which I will say, they don't have ego. Visionaries doesn't have ego. But what they want to do, they want to leave a lasting legacy, Mr. Ash Mufareh. They don't have ego in anything. They just want to leave a lasting legacy. They say a good visionary leaves things, better than the way they come into it. Mr. Ashford always use that statement. They leave things in a better way. Mr. Ashford said what? I want to leave this world in a better way than I came into it. That's visionary. They don't have any ego. Nothing means nothing. They are just focused in what they want to do. They just want to create something. And visionary, what they do, they just want to create something new. They want to create new opportunities. Visionary want to create new opportunities, solve problems, and what? Lift up humanity. The bulb we are using today is not humanity the man have lift up. Imagine if there was no light, how many students will fail their exam because they can't stay.
I can explain this better. If you've never lived in suburb Africa, ask me. When you don't have electricity, I will tell you what it means going without electricity. All right. So I know what that means. So yeah, you've said a lot of things. You talked about resilience, and it brought me back to a topic I discussed the other day. Was that by myself again, or with you? I can't remember. I was talking about persistence versus perfection, right? A visionary is resilient. He is persistent. He is consistent and not perfect. That is why failure is not evitable, right? There's so much sweet things I'm hearing about failure these days. This guy, the Amazon guy,
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos says, is it Jeff Bezos, the SpaceX guy, got
Oh,
bad.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Elon Musk, he one of the things he said is that failure is actually a choice. You choose to fail because not you don't choose to fail. However, it is a choice. You have to fail, but when you fail, you learn from it. So I'm getting it from the other day, the electricity guy, the Bob guy. What did he say? He said that a million times he failed and a million times he learned. So he did not fail. He actually found a million ways of making it. And there you go. We are living with electricity. We'll never run out. Right. So that is exactly what Ash is doing about selflessness and legacy, leaving a legacy. That is the dream. Because the first time when they used to do the founder position seminar webinars and stuff, each time I listened to Mike Ellis, I would smile on the screen until he finished. He spoke from the first to the last word. I'm stuck to the screen and listening. And Mike would say, listen, when you die and leave a legacy, you die smiling, right? Legacy is something that, listen, every person, every human being wants to die and leave a legacy. Because I'm dying and I know that my children are well catered for, my community they're well off and stuff like that. And so you don't regret going back home because you've accomplished your mission. You've left that legacy. And if you leave it in good hands, it will go on and on and on. That's why, Collins, you talked about lasting legacy, right? So if we go and comb through history, I just give thanks to God for making me come across this opportunity because I had to do a lot of reading. I've been doing a lot of reading to find out what happened. How did these other people get where they are now, the big names in the house, right? None of them got there without falling. And then who failed was that person who's remained on the ground. But then they failed many times and found many times many ways of making it and making it even bigger, right? Because something I've discovered being in this journey about something I've discovered being in this journey is the fact that you only start off with that vision. You don't know what you're about to do. You discover it on the field. You discover it while doing it, and then you learn on the job. You learn while doing it. You don't know what you are doing. You just think that, what if I do this? But then you don't know yet until you start it. That's what I've learned, because many people testify the same. How about this guy who was sacked from his own job and then he came back and came with the Apple stuff and all of those things? There's so much to talk about. I like this guy. An author and I think he's American, a Canadian American author and motivational speaker. Tracy somebody, right? He said he was so bad at every job that they sacked him from every job, including how to pump fuel, right? They said, go, you can't do it well. So he did not give up, right? He said he was like, he did not give up and say, I'm good at nothing because even pumping fuel is still above me. He did something. He said he started dressing like rich people, behaving like rich people, and learning what they do. And here you are. He's been influencing millions of people. People read his books. People go when they hear that he has a seminar anywhere. People pay as much as they can afford to go for it. You know, those are visionaries. You don't give up just like that. So we can say so much, guys. And if we just want to go ahead while Collins is talking, I'll comb through the comments. Whatever thing you add to what we are saying, I think it's going to go a long way, bro. Come on.
Yes, you're talking about visionary. Let's think about the first time Apollo went to the moon. How many times the rocket explode and they never give up? They said they want to go and see what is up there. They tried and tried and tried and tried until what happened? They got there. And I can still echo what it was Nixon, the president, American president, who said something. He gave thanks to God. He didn't claim it. He said God made the heavens and the earth, took these people up and brought them down. It was like he was praying. That was the president in America. Because Apollo achieved their mission. Now we are talking about Mars. They already started planning. How many times the rocket will explode? We don't know. You know, they put things, they will try things, try animals, try this. Now we're talking about animals, try the first and they send dog and they explode, all those type cat. But just imagine, just to do something for mankind. That's what visionary does. They make sure they want to try something and do something nobody have ever done. And like Comfort, you said, they said they are just going to an uncharted waters. They have the vision in their head. I want something that will take me from A to B, something that can prepare my food. I don't know how. I have to start to think. I'll go and try, maybe develop a prototype, try it, it fails. From that, I learn. I say, okay, I've got this particular bit working now. Let me try this. Let me try this. By the time you go, that building block until it's just try and error, because you are doing something nobody have ever done. You are trying to solve a problem nobody have ever solved. Because why do you need to do something with something that's already existing? You want to bring something new, something fresh, something different. And the thing that you are trying to bring need a lot of hard work, need resilience, it need perseverance, it need 100% focus. Will you fail? Yes, you will fail. You cannot say you will not fail because you are doing something new. You've never tried it before. You cannot say, I will never. If you say you will never fail, I'll tell you are a big liar. And the whole world will tell you are a big liar, because something that has never been done before, it comes with a lot of effort. It comes with a lot of trial and error. There are things that will go wrong. You will never say, oh, it will be perfect. But at one point, because you are steadfast, it will happen. The only time you say you will fail is when you give up. The only time a man fails is when you give up. Exactly. But when you continue to try, it's lesson learned. You learn from your lesson, your mistakes. You build upon that, the good things, and you throw the bad one. You know, you always look at it again and say, okay, let me take this one out. Let me put this, because this one is already working. You fix it and you go. By the time you know you are already there and you become the best in the market, you become the best. Nobody can beat that. And you only just develop, build and build and build, go. That's exactly what Ms. Ash Mufareh is doing. Ms. Ash Mufareh is building, going, mistakes, yes, adjust it and move. Mistakes, yes, adjust it and move. There is no way you can say this perfect. He always says, we are human, we are not God. Nobody is perfect. There is no perfect human being. We only try to put things together with ideas to make it work. And that is the beauty about great visionaries. They don't give up. They don't give up in their vision. All the top vision, all what we are enjoying today, Sir Comfort, go and look at it. These people, all these things were built with the visionary built all of these things. Those who vision build it. Technology was visionaries. How do we make a system that will do things? How do we start to build things that will build another thing? They think about it, they do it, they develop, they try, it fails, they continue. And that's what is happening. You be the best in your own way. And the moment you achieve it, you thank God for it. You say, wow, finally, I'm there. Finally, people can start to celebrate with what we have achieved. That is the beauty about visionaries. They don't give up. they continue pushing and pushing. And that's what makes Mr. Ash Mufareh a great visionary, because he will never give up. Whether we like it or not, he will find 10,000 ways, like Thomas Edison. I found 10,000 ways to make it work. I never fail, but I find way to make it work. So Comfort, let me
Exactly.
give it to you.
That's powerful. I like it when you say, everything we enjoy here was achieved by visionaries. They saw it and thought that if they did it, it was going to be good. And so they went to work and did it, failed, try again, and then go again, and then they finally found themselves where they are, or where we are today. So when you even look, if you want, there's so many examples. If you look even at Elon Musk, somebody would say that he saw electric cars when we were still doing while we were still driving petrol, right? We have electric cars now thanks to Elon Musk. You talk even great leaders known in the world like Nelson Mandela of uh, of blessed memory. He envisioned a free South Africa behind prison walls. He stayed there. I'm not trying to bring anything. I'm just trying. We visionaries, you look at it from any angle, it works, right? And because that is the same spirit that if you're building a business, you're starting a new job, or you want to study, you've always wanted to have this particular knowledge about that particular thing. You think that, oh, I'm old, oh, it's not meant for me, oh, it's this. No. If you have the vision, go for it. If you've always wanted to start a business, stand up and start doing something because you make it a vision and keep it in there as a dream. It's just a wishful thinking, not until you put it to work. So we were talking about from vision to vehicle. So if you could not give it a vehicle so that it drives it to its destination, then it's only a wishful thinking, right? So what is a vehicle though? So a vehicle is just that thing that carries your vision to an impact. So what could it could be a business, could be a YouTube channel. How people make millions of subscribers, and why do people have millions of subscribers and followers on YouTube? Because they are bringing value, because they are bringing solution, because they are telling you that thing that you wanted to hear. They are bringing solution. So people just specialize in making DIY. The solution in various ways. The solution in just making people laugh. This guy on TikTok, one of the first famous TikTok guys who used to mimic people. Like common sense is not common. You bring this there and bring the other one and make like this. He's a star in the world just because of those short things he was doing. That is solution. Because the world is going through so much that we need a lot of laughter. So that is solution. And you put it in a vehicle. If you just have it in mind that I think I can make people laugh. I really think that if I do this thing, you make people laugh or make people happy. And you don't do it, you don't give it a vehicle. You will not drive it home. You will not drive it to the community or to the destination that is intended for. So it applies to every and any situation at all. A network like what we have now started in Mr. Mufareh's mind. So Ash's vehicle took time. He built in silence. He funded it with his own resources, Collins, to the best of our knowledge. He has not told us that. But when you put one on one together, you think that every resource he's investing in this comes from himself. And he never stopped believing in the outcome, right? So what's the lesson here? The vehicle doesn't have to be flashy. It just has to be functional, to fit for the purpose. That's all. And that's what Ash is doing, right? Just like any other one that has done it. We finally call them prosperous business people, successful business people. They did not just wake up one morning, they snap their fingers like this, I want this, and it happened. No. They went on and on and on and on. I was talking the other day about Elon Musk and his SpaceX. How many times did he try and fail before he finally landed? So he's the first private space to go to this thing and back, to space and back, right? It did not come just like that one morning. It's been on and on, right? So it doesn't have to be fast, right? It just has to be faithful. That's what Ash is doing. No rush, right? Because people will have rushed him, will try to go around and tease him, or will ask questions. He used to give out a bit of information until mess happened, right? So people go around and twist around and so on and so forth. They want to ask things. Collins, you know how people will corner you and say, are you sure and stuff? I say, well, if you're not sure, go and ask Mr. Mufareh, okay? Because for me, I am sure, because he has proven to me that he is still doing it, that he's so faithful to his cause, because he said he would do it or die. Because the vision, the picture is very clear in his mind, and he knows He knows that it's a whole package. It's not just a walk in the park. It's not sugar leaking. It's, you have to go through thick and thin to finally get a dream like that realized. But then, not until you get consistent, persistent, and then you go on and on and on. Not until you fall, you will not even stand up. And when you fall and stand up, you ask, why did I fall? Because this place was slippery. So what do I do so that when I move the next step, it doesn't slip so that I don't fall again? You throw sand or whatever you do on it. That is what they do to the best of my imagination, right? So if you are a teacher, your classroom may be your vehicle. If you're a mother, your family may be your first mission field, right? If you're even creating content, your smartphone may be your seed. You don't just wait. Don't just wait. We're saying this because we have to share this. While we're sharing this, we are learning from what the successful people who were already established did, because they went through all of these things Collins and myself are trying to explain here. And what Ash is going through, he's going through all of these things. And so what are we waiting for? We need to do same. While we wait for Ash, we don't fold our arms and wait. Let's do all of these things. Many of us, if not everybody today, the 21st century, would have tried at least a thing and failed. You don't stay there because I tried and failed. Move on. Try again, and then try again, and then try again. Not until you try, you cannot make it. So it's quite beautiful, but then let's give it a vehicle, because wishful thinking is not what we want. Anything that remains only in your mind, nobody knows about it, and so nobody can tap from it. It's only a wishful thinking. But then when you give it a vehicle, you drive it home to wherever you want it to be. Brother Collins.
Yes, that's true. Vehicle is really, the topic is about vision to vehicle. And you need that vehicle, as you said. If you want to start a shop, you have a vision to create a shop. You need the vehicle to create that shop, isn't it? If you don't have the vehicle, you don't build it, you don't have that vehicle, you will not have any shop, because it's the belief. You say, all right, I have the vision to do this. What do I need? I need A, I need B, I need C, I need D to create that. And it takes time for you to do all of those things, put them together. But we are saying here, like when I look at Mr. Ash Mufareh is building a vehicle which takes time, as Comfort said. But it goes beyond the vehicle. He wants to create something, that will give the best value, really big value for everyone to be successful. But it goes beyond that. It's about uplifting humanity. You can have Mr. Ash Mufareh interest is not about that technology, because his vision goes beyond creating the best technology. What will it profit Mr. Ash Mufareh if that technology cannot uplift humanity, cannot give water to the poor, cannot feed the hungry? Because exactly that's what he is doing. But he now wants to use technology to do all of these things. First, before the company, he used to go out. We know the story, go out, feed the hungry, take care of homeless people, give food for them, water. Now he said, I need to take it more. That is his dream, because he is that type of person. Now let me build a system that will do all of these things. Not only build a system that will provide value, but to go beyond that. Same technology, everyone is crying, but the vision behind that is about uplifting humanity. You can come in for whatever you want to come, but think about small size companies that are struggling. If a system can provide them, a company can provide a solution, because the world is going digital. If there is a company that can give you a futuristic solution, high value solution for affordable price for you to rebuild your business. Technology is expensive. You want to build a business. If you don't have online presence, what will you do? You have a shop. Most shops now are going online. What if there's a company that can give you that online presence? You have a shop. Doesn't matter what type of shop you have. Is it clothes you are selling? Are you selling drinks? Are you selling beverages? If you don't do it, big giant company shops will do it. We're talking about Tesco is doing it, selling everything, most of the beverages and stuff, groceries online. So if you want to compete with Tesco, or you want to compete with Sainsbury's, you want to compete with all of these big shops, Morrison, You can talk about Walmart. You want to compete with them? If you don't go online, I'm sorry. We have shops that refuse to go online. John Lewis is selling the highest shop. They don't have a lot of shops. They have few, but what they are doing, they are good at is selling everything online, from dresses to everything to shoes, everything online, because people are tired of going every day to traditional shops. They can see it, and then you have points. If you don't like it, you can return it back within 30 days. What if there is a company that can give you that solution for visibility for an affordable price? Is that not uplifting humanity? That's already part of uplifting humanity, because you are already struggling. You are even planning to shut down because people are not coming to your shops. You are sitting maybe somewhere in London, and maybe your market is in Manchester. Just for instance, how do you get to your market if you don't have online presence? Who would drive from Manchester to London or from Glasgow to Wales? But if you have online presence, you can even buy from America. There are times that we buy things, it's coming from Italy, online present, to tell you that technology is at work. And we're talking about medium size as well. We're talking about large corporation. You have things that Mr. Ash Mufareh will provide and the company will provide for you, where you can enhance your business. Common people like you and myself, is that not uplifting humanity? What if there is a platform, educational platform, that can certify you? You want to take a course, someone in United Kingdom, a lecturer in United Kingdom can offer courses in a student in Cameroon. What if there is that platform that you can get proper education? Somebody will argue that it's already there, but what is their price? You can argue and say, yes, you have Udemy, you have Pluralsight, yes, but what is their price? Can you take full course from A to B, really certified, without paying fortune? What if there is someone that can give you something, because it's about uplifting humanity? Mr. Ash is not interested in making money for himself. It's about having that balance where the company is running and you can afford to educate yourself, enhance your life so you can get better job, better career. This company is for that. It's about uplifting. So it's not about building solution, but it's about going beyond, make it affordable. And that's a way Mr. Ash Mufareh want to uplift humanity. So Comfort, I'll give it back to you.
Yeah, no, I just want to quickly give a shout out to our sister Robin, who joined us this evening. We're so happy that you're able to make it with us today. And we love you so much. Thank you, Sister Rose, for sending our prayers on our behalf. We all love you and we think about you all the time. Thank you. Yes, sure. Collins, I just want to respond, because some people see what people do. Unfortunately, I keep going back to maybe what we do, like when you go to church. Some preachers would say that the world reads you more than they would read the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, right? That is what's happening here when my brother Greg Laking is saying that some people make millions, some people have made millions and billions, but then they share the wealth with people who do not need it and stuff like that. They throw flashy wedding parties and stuff like that. That is where Mr. Mufareh stands out. That is where his vehicle is driving right to that point, to those people who need it. So his vision is powerful, and his vehicle it's not the fastest, it's not the most flashy and stuff. It's just that vehicle that would serve that purpose, take it to the right destination at the right time for the right purpose, to uplift humanity, right? We don't care, but then unfortunately, whatever you do, people do see it. You make it, you went through all that you went through, you struggled, you build this powerful company, but you don't think about the little guy in the building until Mr. Mufareh comes, right? So that is why all of us who are sitting here, and those of you contributing in the chat, we are visionaries, right? Mr. Mufareh has given the vehicle. He's already reached us, right? Even before he arrives, he's reached us, and we are reaching others. So gradually we are getting there. So he's giving us the vehicle, and definitely we'll create our own vehicles, because everybody's got a vision. Sometimes you just need that help to get this vehicle done. And so we're able to finally do something that will take it. So it's just a kind of a contagious, You know how we used to tell people that the business, the fever of this business is a little bit more contagious than COVID-19, like when you understand what it's all about, and you know that truly this is what it is, you can't go to sleep because you just want to tell the next person and tell the next person. And then you plan, I'm going to do this to my community, I'm going to do this to my extended family, I'm going to do this to my friend, I'm going to do this, and stuff like that. It's doable. People have visions, and there are various types of visions. Somebody just thinks that, imagine, just close your eyes and think that you go back home, just go to the communities and build recreational homes and stuff like that, where grandparents, elderly people come and sit there together, spend the whole day, and then you employ young people to cook for them, help them do washing and stuff. Then you create benches and shade trees here and there so that they sit there and chat with one another. Go back home, sometimes elderly people can be really lonely and find life very difficult. That's a vision. But then if you don't put it out there to practice, it's only a wishful thinking. It remains sometimes a wishful thinking, not because you want to keep it in, but because you don't have the means to create the vehicle. So Ash is creating a vehicle that will drive to us. We'll create one that will drive it right there down to where we want it to get to. That is how sweet this whole thing is, right? So, Collins, we can go on and on and on and on, but we should begin to gradually round up so that tomorrow when we call our friends again to come and join us, they will be happy to come, right? But then we just want to know that really quick. I can't take this home. Even the Bible talks about vision, because the book of Habakkuk 2 verse 2 says, write the vision and make it plain. What is your vision? What exactly are you seeing with your mind's eyes? When you have that perfect picture well painted in your mind, then you know what vehicle to build or to create, and wherever you are taking it to. Because the vision is meant to solve a problem, to bring a solution, to do something, uplift humanity, for example, because that's our thing here. Collins, I think I should leave you to give whatever closing remarks you have, because we can stay here the whole night talking about this
Yeah.
topic.
Yes, sis. Yeah, I will just round up and, just to go back to the few things I mentioned, that vision it's not about ego. The vision is not about ego. It's about legacy. That's Mr. Ash Mufareh. What he's doing, it's nothing about if he wants people to praise him. Ash is just about living legacy, and he is focused on what he is doing. It's about living, the world in a better place than he came into it. It's about that. Visionaries, they want to leave something. Thomas Edison is no more, but we're still using light. That's his legacy. They want to leave something. They have, they want to leave, leave the world they came into in a better place. Even if they are going back with nothing. Steve Jobs is no more. Or using iPhone every day. We say, what? Thank you, Steve Jobs, for this vision, for the creation of iPhone. We can go on and on. Vision is about creating opportunities, solving problems, and uplifting people, uplifting humanity. That's Mr. Ash Mufareh. He just wants to uplift others. He wants others to have better life. People who have not dreamed of something, they can start to dream. Those who have lost hope, they can still have a reason to be hopeful again because of what Mr. Ash Mufareh is doing. Those who think like there's just no way for me, God wants to make a way for you through this business, because there is always a way. When there is hope, there is life. Through one man, the vision of Mr. Ash Mufareh, which one day we will see it. It will not be far from now. We will see this man's vision. And when we will see it, we'll be crying, sharing tears, and say, wow, it was worth waiting. For now, we think like wait is too much. Just the waiting time is too much. Waiting is nothing. It's about, it is not about rushing and giving something which is of no use, no value out there. But if you can take the time and produce something that will blow up mankind, that will change the face, change the way people think, change the way business works, people have a reason to use your solution to uplift their own business, to enhance their business. That is the legacy you want to leave. Where people will be talking about the solution every day, everywhere you go. Wow, this thing is beautiful. Wow, this thing is great. Wow. May God bless that man who built this thing. They will never even, those who even come and start to use it, they'll not even know how long it took. Only some of us will know the story and say, wow, do you know that I was there for 5 years? Some will say 7 years, some will say 4 years. But those people who are coming, they don't even care about your waiting time. They are just celebrating, the success of what someone has produced. They don't even want to listen to that your waiting time. They are just going out celebrating. We can give stories. Come for when the woman in the well, when they met Jesus. Sorry that I'm saying this. They listened to it. When they went and they listened to Jesus himself, they said, we believe now because of listening to that man, to the master, not because of you anymore. Yes, you were the first person who brought it to me. That's how others will celebrate. They will not even care about your story. Your story is just something that you will be thinking, but the world will be celebrating because they've seen something fresh and new, something that will enhance them. And they will listen to your story at that time and say, wow, though you are telling them, but they are celebrating that. Say, my brother, yes, it was worth waiting for you, but now I'm enjoying your own waiting time. They are celebrating on your own waiting time. So this is the beauty. And I just want to stay behind and see it and say, wow, I waited and now I'm seeing this. Some people say, wow, they waited and they couldn't see it. But I would say God kept me alive for me to see this dream, this vision of Mr. Ash Mufareh. And that's the beauty. So Comfort, I will leave it there.
Indeed. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think we can stay the whole night. We'll never be finished. But we just want to call on everybody. After listening to this, you want to define your destination and start planning to aim, to head to it. So what outcome are you like aiming for? Is it financial freedom? Is it helping others? Is it raising leaders? Whatever thing you want to do, just choose a basic vehicle now to start with. It could be Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp group. It could be anything at all, even volunteering. That is something we need to begin. We cannot just wait and not do anything. We do something while waiting. We watch while waiting, right? Because if we don't start doing something now and preparing the groundwork, by the time Ash is ready, we would not be ready for prime time and we might be late, right? Because fields are wide, harvests are waiting, and we need to start preparing, getting our vehicles or whatever ready so that when Ash lands, we just take off and we go wherever we want to go, do what our heart is telling us to do. Thank you guys so much. We love you. Thank you for your patience for us this evening, and we hope to see you again really soon. Thanks, bro, and
Bye.
bye. Bye.